What's up, everybody? I'm Justin Maytat. Here's my sister, Melissa Matat.
Hey, everybody.
And we are Room 51, where we talk all things board gaming. And I almost said stream. And we are joined here today with a very special guest of ours, Panik from Panik Games.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Yeah. Pretty good, dude.
Thank you so much
Awesome.
for joining us today, Panik.
I should have worn my Panik Games shirt.
I should have also.
Dang it.
That was a mess up. But the origin of this video is kind of cool, though. During our 12-hour marathon, we had a giveaway for somebody to choose our next top 5 list topic, and Panik won.
Yeah.
And then he sent us what to do, and we were like, dude, why don't you do it with us? And Panik, can you go ahead and tell us what our top 5 list topic was?
Well, I like sci-fi type games, so I thought I would go with what's the top 5 games with an alien or aliens in it.
All right, yeah, I'm very excited. That was an interesting choice because it's different than just saying top 5 space games.
Right, or sci-fi or anything like that. Yeah,
and it really made me realize, like, oh, I really like the space name, but it does not have an alien in it.
I know, there was a few. I was like, that doesn't have an alien somehow.
I realized that after I agreed to do this with you guys. Like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, this one wound up being a lot tougher than expected, but in a really good way. It made me think for a second. So for me, I organized this top 5 list, though, by how much that feeling of an alien being present in the game actually comes into effect. So that's kind of actually even how I ordered it, because if somebody asked me like, hey, give me 5 games, you know, about aliens or having an alien in it, I want to give them a game that has a very small part for an alien, you know?
Okay. I didn't do that. I just listed it by how much I like the game. So my number 1 is like my favorite of games of this list, but it has aliens in it.
All right. I like that.
I kind of went with what I'd like to play right now, I guess, as far as, and I tried to do a variety of ones in there, like maybe one that's easy to get and that kind of stuff, because sci-fi stuff in our, hobby tend to be, some of those games are hard to get, so.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So apparently me and Melissa are both pretty bad about knowing when one of our games goes out of print.
Yeah, really terrible at it. And I have to hear about it on the internet.
Yeah. So I'm almost certain all 5 of these games are relatively simple to get, as in they're available. Maybe one of them isn't, actually. I'm not sure about that. But that's an interesting point, Panik. Okay, cool. All right. And I do actually just really quickly want to ask you, Panik. So, because you said you like the sci-fi nature and stuff like that, is like your favorite aspect of sci-fi aliens in, like, do you love having this extraterrestrial being a part of stuff? Or
I think that adds to it. I do like space travel, like games, so where you're going to different planets and exploring and that kind of stuff. So if there are aliens, it does add a little more to the flavor of it, because they can go anywhere with different creatures and stuff.
So
all right, awesome. I love it. All right, cool. So what would the order be for this list? Do we want like me, Melissa, Panik?
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so Panik, you're gonna be our closer. Yeah,
Panik's our closer, everybody. Let's do it.
No.
We find out we hate what's on this list. We redo the video with him going first.
Just re-edit. Yeah. That'd be a lot of splicing.
That'd be amazing if we did that.
Hear that, Sabrina?
Yeah. Pay attention. All right, cool. All right. So my number 5 has an alien in it, and it's a very goofy game, but it's a lot of fun. Great gateway as well. It's King of Tokyo. So one of the characters is an alien, and if you have specifically the power-up expansion, you do get to have a little bit more alien feel to it. Without the power-up expansion, not as much. You're kind of just, it's all the same then with that little standee. It's not this super sci-fi game. It's this goofy Yahtzee style game, but it's a lot of fun. And with the power-up expansion especially, you do get to have that alien feel a bit more. So I think it's pretty solid. And if you're looking for a game with an alien, I would consider it. That's my number 5, King of Tokyo.
I actually thought about King of Tokyo, and it almost made my list as like a cheeky pick, but it didn't. I had other games that are better than that one.
That one also crossed my mind. Yeah, the fact that it has an alien in there.
All right.
But my number 5, and this was part of the reason why I really enjoyed making this list, because I got to talk about, I'm going to get to talk about a couple of games that I really like that I don't get to talk about all that often. Now, I have no idea if this game is in print. I'll be honest. I really don't. It was a Kickstarter game. I don't think it did all that well, but it did get funded. And then they were selling it for like half off afterwards. And I'm like, great. Anyway, Silver River, the Silver River is the game of choice. It's a 4X game that plays in 2 hours, and it really does. It does it in a pretty Euro-y style way. And all of the alien races in the game are actual aliens that are part of like lore, like I don't know if it's just US lore or if it's also like intercultural lore. I don't know, but I thought that was really cool. And some people call like the Milky Way the Silver River, which is why it's called that, which is really cool. Not a huge fan of the designer. He's said some things, done some things, whatever. But the game itself is really good, although the component quality is not something to speak about, really. But otherwise, the game is really fantastic. I know I really sold it hard there, but yes.
Here's all the warts.
This is the worst. Don't buy this game, okay?
That one actually would have made my number 5 if I would have thought of it, but I didn't. It totally slipped my mind, and it did slip it, I think, for good reason, though. Like you said, the component quality for a Kickstarter is astounding how bad it was.
It was really astounding. We did not, I'll say, we did not get what we were promised to get. I'll say that.
But I really love the point that you made, how all of the races, the alien factions that you can play as, do come from, like, you know, either conspiracy theory stuff or just straight up folklore and things like that.
Yeah.
I think that was a really cool idea, and the mechanisms present in the game, awesome.
Yeah, really. Some of the stuff too are very new to what I've seen in some of these 4X games.
Awesome. My number 5 is a game that I just got recently from Target, actually. So there is an alien in it. This is probably my lightest as far as the alien aspect. So it's called Last Defense. So you're playing, so it's kind of like it's timed game. So there's an app and different, like, you're not just playing against aliens. There's like giant mech spiders, and you're basically, it's a cooperative where you're trying to save people and take out these different monsters, but aliens are an aspect of it. But it's pretty cool little app-driven time, kind of like I don't know, other timed games like what's the one?
Fuse?
Not quite like Fuse. What's the like temple one? Curse.
Oh, Curse of the Hidden Temple, Temple Run. I don't know.
Something like that. One of those. So it's like 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes and you're done. If you don't get everything done before 20 minutes, you lose. So that's been a fun one that we just got recently. That's
cool.
been pretty fun.
That sounds awesome. I don't even know about that one.
Yeah, I actually write that one down. So
I know. That sounds like something we would really like.
Once I hear times, man.
Funko is made at Prospero Hall. So, you know, those they're coming out with some cool stuff lately.
Yeah, love Funkoverse.
I love that. I love hearing, like, the fact that you have a Target game that hit that number 5 just makes me so happy.
I know, yes.
It's great. And I see people go into the board gaming aisle and they're looking at these games, and I have not seen anybody yet pick up one of like the games yet, but it's gonna happen, and I can't wait.
I know, they go straight to like Uno or something
and stuff. Yeah, and I'm just, so many times I'm tempted to like try to spark up a conversation, and then just shy away.
Last time I was there, somebody like picked it up, looked at the back of the box, and like, oh man, they're trying too hard. Is what they said. I want to like talk to them, like, no, this is why it's cool. But yeah,
they're trying too hard. What the heck does that even mean?
What? I don't know. just too much going on for them, I guess.
That is amazing. Okay, very cool. I'm definitely gonna check that out though, because real time is something that always piques my interest. A good real time.
Yeah, our group really likes that stuff.
Yeah. All right, cool. So my number 4 is easily the heftiest game on this list, but it's an epic 4X game that everybody knows I love, and I somehow always find a way to squeeze it onto a list. But this one I think deserves to be on the list for sure, and it's Twilight Imperium 4.
Wow, okay.
It's an awesome game. Obviously, I just love it tremendously. I think it's a really epic game. Takes forever to play, and I know that's gonna be a barrier for some people, of course. But interestingly enough, it's actually only number 4 on my list, and I think it's number 4 because even though you're playing possibly as this like alien race and everything, I guess I don't really get this full-on sense of feeling like, oh, I'm playing as an alien race. I more just feel like I'm playing as a society that has these certain traits and everything. But I don't get this feeling of like, oh, I'm an alien and others aren't. Maybe it says we're all aliens. So I don't know. I think it's a great game, and it's cool if you're into aliens and stuff. But if you're looking for like an alien game, maybe TI4 isn't exactly what you're looking for. It's not gonna totally quench that alien thirst of yours. So
you're saying it could be like on a globe or on a map or something. It would be the same kind of idea of like different societies having different powers and.
Yeah, exactly. Like it could have been everybody was human, and I wouldn't feel like this game is now absurd. Like,
right.
I'm trying to think, but like you could have. I think you can rewrite it because the theme is there, sure, but I think you can rewrite it so that's not, and you would still be playing it the same way. I think that was my opinion. That's why I only hit my number 4. I'm not saying this is a bad alien game.
Matthew's not agreeing with this with that premise.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Justin. I feel like, what the heck? The alien theme totally comes through. I mean, you got people going through wormholes and stuff.
So you don't have to be an alien to go through the wormhole.
But they're like creating wormholes.
Yeah, okay. I'm a human that has the technology to create wormholes. Boom. I just write down that plot hole then.
Just no. I mean, like, and then somebody just okay. My number 4.
All right, go.
I'm ready. All right.
My number 4.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm sure. Technically,
here we go.
The alien is called the monster in this game, but we can all agree that the monster is an alien, I think. And it is not alone, which is a hidden movement style game. Was on one of my Speak Up Game of the Months because I don't think this game gets enough love for what it does. It is pretty quick. It's pretty entry level for hidden movement. It's not so much hidden movement, but it is a 1 versus all, but kind of movement. I don't know. You're selecting there's a bunch of different locations you're allowed to go to, and you place those cards face down, and then the alien or the monster is trying to figure out, okay, like where did you go, or where did most of you all go, or whatever. And they'll place it on a location, and each of these locations have like special abilities and everything that go off. So if the alien doesn't catch you, you get that special ability, which is really cool. But if the alien does catch you, you don't get the special ability, and like he wounds you or they wound you, and then it's just not a good time. But pretty much you as the human player or the human players are trying to survive long enough for your team to come rescue you off this planet, and the monster is trying to like be like, no, you will be on my planet forever. And essentially that's it. Not alone. Alien game.
Yeah, that's an awesome one. And great minds think alike, because that's also my number 4.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Holy snot.
Yeah, everything you said about that. And also, I've heard most recently that it's hard to find, but there's an awesome version on Board Game Arena that you can play. So
it is really good.
Definitely one to check out. 1 versus many. Yeah, you got different power cards or different phases that you can play certain cards, and it's really fun. But yeah, that's also my number 4. It is
a lot of fun. It's not that long of a game. And it goes up to like 7 people. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah. that's a game that for a while now I felt would actually be great to see in Target as well. Because I
Yes.
do
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's something that people can handle.
Yeah.
And it's
I
a
think-
fantastic game.
I think I got this game from Barnes and Noble's website when they were having like
Wow,
a sale
there you
or
go.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will just really quickly comment on something that you had mentioned, Melissa, about the hidden movement. It's interesting because I view it as, yeah, that's a hidden movement game, but I wouldn't show it to somebody to show them what hidden movement is.
Right. It's
how
not
I
like
view
a
it.
Scotland Yard or anything
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
All
they're
right,
pretty
very-
limited on where they can move. I mean, the alien.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, very cool. Yeah, I definitely totally agree with those number 4s, and I love that we had that. That was savage.
Yeah, a direct crossover. Right after I said this game doesn't get enough love, Panic's like, well, look at what I got.
Yeah, check out what I
I'll give it more love.
Yeah, very cool. Actually, I was about right before you said that was your number 4 band. I was going to ask you if you've played it before or not.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Yeah, I own it. I have it.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's a sweet one. That's one that I can't imagine ever culling either. But yeah,
No.
all right, cool. So my number 3 is a game that Melissa loves. It is Xia Legends of a Drift System. Yeah, I'm imagining A, it's either going to come up on her list, or B, she's trying to tell me that there's no aliens in the
There are no aliens in that game.
Are you sure, like, the
Uh-oh.
alien, are you sure they're not alien police or like alien people in the ships?
It doesn't specify, because I thought about it too. I was like, are there aliens in the game? Because you go to planets, you do your own thing, but nothing specifies anything, any of these NPCs actually being aliens.
You sure? There's a sun you can fly into.
There,
Well, yeah. Humans can do that too.
All right, now you're just saying into semantics, man.
but yeah, Xia didn't make my list because I
Dude.
don't think that there are aliens in that game.
All right, so generally, I know that there's no aliens in the game. I generally role play as an alien when I play the game.
Oh, yeah.
And so this was higher than your Twilight Imperium 4, right?
So, if there were aliens in the game, which we're not certain of, nobody said there's not aliens in the game. I feel like there's got to be at least something about it. Whatever. I really did think there was aliens in the game. Like the merchant ships and stuff I thought had aliens. I just thought the game was so cool, and it came up actually higher than TI4 because A, much easier to get to the table in my opinion because it doesn't play nearly as long. B, it's a sandbox. And for some reason, when I'm thinking like about really wanting to play aliens and stuff like that, I think sandboxes are really cool for that. And so to have this game where you're flying around this whole thing and you're really exploring and everything and encountering, I thought you were encountering aliens, which is why it hit the list. I just thought that would be such a fun experience for somebody looking for an alien game, and possibly even more fun than TI4 if you were looking for an alien game. Once again, with the caveat of me thinking there were aliens in the game.
It would be really cool if they made an alien sandbox game, though, wouldn't it?
It would. I think there's a lot to do there. Like even constructing your own alien race, really having like that kind of build out. Maybe I don't know, things like that. There's so much to do with the alien archetype.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. I do think though that part of the lore in Xia is that there's aliens, but I don't think the game itself actually has aliens.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see. I'm sure somebody will comment if it has.
I'm sure Slivers or somebody will say something.
For sure.
Have you played this game though, Panic?
No, it's actually one I'd love to play. I one of my friends has it. It's just, you know, at some point we shall play that one for sure.
Yes,
I
it's
think
very
you'd love
good.
it.
It's really, really good. All right, well, my number 3 absolutely definitely has aliens. And in fact, you actually play as one of the alien races. It is a quirky sort of game that's been around forever, since way before I was born, or Justin was born. And that is Cosmic Encounter. It is like the gamer's version of a party game, I guess. You know what I mean? It is wacky. and crazy. You have these different special abilities that go up because of your alien race. But then on top of that, you also have these like cosmic cards that are coming out that also give you special abilities, and you're trying to take over like different colonies, or establish your own colony on different people's worlds and everything. And essentially, you're just trying to get 5 different worlds. There's a whole lot of backstabbing in the game, and a lot of like, don't you do this? I'm gonna do this. You want to negotiate? Absolutely. Backstab, and that is
Nice.
Cosmic Encounter in a nutshell, which is my number 3 alien game.
Nice.
That's one I still like. I haven't had a chance to play that. I'd love to
Ooh,
get
it's
a
fun.
chance to play.
I would love to play with you, Panik.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh.
god, I think that'd be amazing.
That would be so fun.
I feel like you would totally convince me that you're gonna negotiate, and then you flip over
Panic
cards. It's
for
just the
sure.
attack card.
I would fall for Panic every time.
Absolutely.
Fool you. Just fool you.
Look at this face, too innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything bad.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh shoot. My number 3. It's hard not to put a Star Wars game in this list because it's all about aliens and stuff. The one I went with is Star Wars Imperial Assault. It's just, obviously anybody knows Star Wars, they know there's aliens, and in particular I like the app driven part of it. We had a game day where we played this for like 11 hours, just that game.
Oh, wow.
And so it's been a fun experience with that. But yeah, that's my number 3. Like the app is really nice because it Fantasy Flight's one of their titles, so they did Mansions of Madness and stuff like that, so the app's really good to kind of, you don't have to have like, you can also do one versus many and that stuff too, so there's lots of stuff in the box.
Yeah, we
Cool.
unfortunately have no Star Wars games in our
Zero.
collection. We've never played Star Wars games, and we love Star Wars.
We played X-Wing. We played X-Wing.
Oh yes,
once
we
each.
just
Oh, okay.
recently
Very
played
recently.
X-Wing. Very, very recently played X-Wing, and it's not even ours.
Yeah. it's not-
So somebody let us play it. Actually, our sister's husband.
Yeah.
Who's been getting into it, which is really cool. That
That's
was
cool.
fun. But
It was, for
I
sure.
would love to play like Star Wars Imperial Assault, like Star Wars
Rebellion.
Rebellion. What's the
Queen's
one?
Gambit.
That's
Oh,
impossible.
Rebellion.
So Star Wars
Yeah.
Risk.
Star Wars Risk. Even.
Risk. Yep.
Outer Rim. I saw
Outer
you
Rim,
actually
that's,
post about that, Panik.
I
recently.
have that one, just hasn't hit the table yet, so that could even
Oh,
surpass. So I don't know, we'll see.
There are so
Yeah.
many Star Wars games. It's like a fallacy that we have not.
It's insane. I think it even has to do with that, where it's like, which one do we buy, and then we don't buy any, and it's also like, what do we do? We need
What do we
one.
do? I just need them all.
Yeah.
I think since you like TI4, Rebellion has a very strong feeling,
Yeah.
like of TI4. You would
Okay.
you'd probably fall right into that real easily.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
we like War of the Ring.
And War of the Ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like
think
it's
we
pretty
would
much
love
the
it.
Star Wars version.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
Yeah.
I'm ordering it right now. Let's just.
Okay.
But yeah,
No.
we're one of these days.
Yeah.
All right, that's definitely a cool pick. That's smart. If we had a Star Wars theme, I'm
It
sure
would have definitely made
It
the list,
would've
I'm
been.
sure.
Yeah.
So I'm here
Alright.
more.
Very cool. All right. So my number 2, actually, Melissa just mentioned it, but I was alive for when it came out. Cosmic Encounter.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, we played this game recently and a couple of times now, and yeah, it's a cool game, and it's just super goofy, and it's the gamer's party game, the way you said it. If you go into that game and you're like, I'm gonna take it so seriously, I'm gonna win, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
If you go into it very lighthearted, like let's all just be friends, you're gonna have a bad time. You gotta go into it
Nice.
totally wanting to just mess with each other. You
Yeah.
know, like
You have to
gotta
be in the right mindset.
yeah, like if you're in a fragile place right now, don't play Cosmic Encounter.
Broken.
Yeah.
You have to be in it for that wacky, backstabby, alien good time kind of
Exactly.
thing. Like it is just straight up.
Yeah.
It's purely for fun, and that's it. Like you
That's
have.
it. Yeah.
Not all groups will like it. It's not for everybody, for sure.
Really, it's
completely
an alien of its time too. I mean, there's nothing that had like individual top player powers and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind of stuff
Oh
in
my
the
God.
70s.
Yeah,
It's just strange.
that's probably
Yeah.
why it stayed so long. I also because it just keeps getting reprinted, and then more and
redone.
more aliens kept getting added and stuff. But
Exactly, and really both of those reasons were why I hit my number 2.
Mm.
It got so high on the list because of exactly that. The variable player power, you really get to feel like your own alien race. You know, I was playing as the zombie, so my ships never got destroyed. They never died, really, because they
Mhm.
just kept coming back. So I really got to feel like this zombie race of aliens, and everybody gets to feel like that. So we all just get to feel like these different aliens
Yeah.
with our own unique abilities. And then because there's so many aliens in that box, you never have to play the same alien again. Like
No.
you might,
Oh, wow,
if
that's
you,
cool.
yeah, you can. I think you can literally play the game like over 100 times without playing the same alien again if you want.
Well,
to.
definitely not the
Wow.
same alien configuration.
Yeah, that. Oh, well, I thought. Wait, how many aliens are there? I thought there was like close to 100. Am I way off on that?
No, I think there's
Wow.
like 50 or something.
Oh, it's around 50. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So you can play the game
Wow.
like 50 times, never playing the same alien, and exactly what Melissa said, not playing the same configuration either, because you
Yeah.
get to keep mixing and matching it.
Yeah.
There's so much replay value there, and
Yeah.
you really get to feel like an alien. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I hit my number 2.
Awesome.
My number 2 is another game where it is not for everybody, and you have to go into it knowing that there is a very good chance that your ship will be blown up, and that is Galaxy Trucker.
Yep.
There are aliens in this game.
Yeah.
And you can even like place little aliens on your ship to help you out with things. But yeah, you're just building up. It's a real-time strategy game where you're building up your ship. It's tile placement, and pretty much at the end of the game, all you're trying to do is make a living. Like you're just trying to make a buck. Literally, the rules literally say if you've made at least $1, you've won the game. Who cares if somebody else made more than you? But you
Nice.
are trying to make the most money in order to actually win the game. But yeah, things are just coming at you left and right, meteors and bandits and whatever, and you have your shields going up. You got to use your batteries and all this stuff. Very cool game. So that's my number 2, Galaxy Trucker.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's really fun. The new version just came out, or is coming out, I believe, soon. So
What?
Yeah, with like different, more colorful artwork, I believe, right? It's a little bit
Mhm.
more. Do you know if there's any like mechanism changes or anything?
Maybe a little bit, but yeah, I think it's pretty
Okay.
much the same game. I don't know if it's like an anniversary edition or what, but
Very cool.
Oh.
Yeah, that one was very close to hitting my list, and King of Tokyo edged it out for that number 5 spot just because the alien factor in Galaxy Trucker is very minuscule, and I really in terms of like actually you could have changed the alien into being like an engineer that you
As compared to King of Tokyo,
but you get to feel like an alien at least in King of Tokyo.
I can't. Your list is all over the place.
Are you
I
insane?
don't know
My
what's
goodness.
going on.
No,
You're just like,
no.
That's enough from the peanut gallery. Panik, what's your
Planet's on
number
my
2?
side. Planet's on my side.
Okay, my number 2 is Empires of the Void 2. Kind of a 4X like game. I wouldn't say it's full on 4X. Ryan Lockett, Red Raven Games, love their stuff. Yes. In this one, every planet, so the setup is a little bit much, but if you do it beforehand, you can play a game in like an hour and a half, 2 hours max. But every planet has its own deck of cards, so you're choosing different planets to put on the board. So every game could be different combination of planets that are on the board. You only play so there's a deck of cards for each planet, and also these event cards. There's like 5 event cards for every planet, so you only use 1 event for each planet. So those, so much variation.
Wow.
But
That's
it
cool.
alien race going across the planet. You're fighting. You're just going to smaller planets looking for there's alien artifacts or different things like that. There's wormholes. There's all kinds of stuff on this game that really plays, and it's just a simple mechanic of, and you're always doing something on your turn. Like the starting player picks what the action is for the turn, and you have choices you can either follow or there's other things you can do. But yeah, that's just one of my favorite space games of all time.
Yeah,
With
I
aliens.
really with aliens.
With aliens.
I want this game a lot too. I love Ryan Lockett. I have a couple of his games now. I love his artwork. I love the universes he creates. Everything is him. And then the games he designs are the mechanisms are usually just so nice. Like I love it. So and this is one I definitely want to get.
He
as
even
well.
designed the sculpts for the ships in this
Yeah.
game. That guy, he does everything.
He does everything. Like he's like, who needs anybody else? I'll do it all myself.
Right, get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Very cool. Yeah, I've only played a very small portion of Sleeping Gods. I haven't really gotten to experience this stuff much, but I think I would enjoy it.
Did you even play Sleeping Gods?
We did the intro tutorial thing together.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, we pretty much kicked him out of the campaign. We were like,
Get
enough.
out. Enough.
Yeah, very cool. All right, so my number one was already mentioned by these two, but it was way too low on their list. Not Alone is fantastic. And even though it is the monster, you're on an alien planet. So it's an alien. And I've never seen the movie, but to my understanding, Not Alone is essentially the movie Alien.
Essentially, I would say, yeah.
And that to
Okay.
me,
I mean, very abstracted out. But
Yeah.
yes.
okay. I had to put it as my number one because I love it. I absolutely adore this game. I always play as the monster. I like to really put myself into games, so I always play as the monster, and I just think that it is a fantastic game. It's so much fun, and like you said, it plays in a short amount of time. But because it seems to resemble this movie Alien, that I'm sure people that like aliens love this movie, you'd probably love this game, and I think it would click a lot with you. So I put it as my number one for that reason.
So stupid.
I think my list makes a lot of sense.
I can't.
It's a lovely list.
Thank you, Panik.
Panik, don't encourage him.
I just like a pat on the head.
Yeah. It makes sense. Galaxy Trucker, the aspect of the alien is so minuscule in Galaxy Trucker. It's insane. That was your number two. Just saying.
Yeah, but I listed mine in terms of how much I like the game, and it has aliens in it. The way you
Terrible.
listed it, it doesn't make any sense.
There's going to be people coming to this video looking for alien games, and they're going to be disappointed by your list.
So my number one is a crossover with you, which was way too low on your list. And that is Twilight Imperium 4th edition. And I mean, yeah, it's everything Justin said. It is epic. It is, we've mentioned it a ton of times that like before we got into the hobby, we thought like if somebody told us that board games could do what Twilight Imperium 4 did, we would have been like, wow, like that is the board game of dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now there are other games that do like really cool stuff too and all that stuff. That's really awesome. But TI4 is just, it's like a saga of a game. Like you play through a humongous story that is told between you and your comrades. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's fantastic. So, and I love the tech building aspect of that game. That's like one of my favorite things, like the tech tree and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's my number one, Twilight Imperium 4th edition.
Still trying to play that one. I still haven't had a chance.
Play that.
Panik, we gotta play.
Yeah, I have TI3, but I just haven't had a chance to get it to
Ooh.
the table.
Oof. All right. Well, at a convention, pat some plugs or something. We're gonna play it.
All right, so that sounds cool.
Let's do
Awesome.
it.
It's on. All right, my number one. So I included Star Wars. Had to put Star Trek in there as well. So I put Star Trek Ascendancy. I can tell you the last time I played this was January 1st, 2020. It was like New Year's Day of last year.
Cool.
And it was just an epic 7 hours of just getting engrossed in the Star Wars, not Star Wars, Star Trek.
You just pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
First of all, having them both on your list.
Yeah.
Use the Force, yeah.
Ian
But,
McKellen was great in that.
Yeah, it's you could, and then it feels like you are those different races. So like the Ferengis, you're all about like collecting income. The Klingons, you're just a battling, the way it's set up mechanic wise, you're trying to conquer and fight and constantly and do that kind of stuff. So it really feels like you're a different alien race, particularly in that Star Trek universe.
This is a
Awesome.
game I've been interested in a lot. But what do you think of the downtime of the game? Is it like really bad?
When I played it, I don't. There is some downtime for sure because there's some deciding of where you want to go and that kind of thing. So it's not like, yeah, there is downtime between turns, but you can use that time to kind of figure out what you're gonna do. I mean, so
Okay.
like the map doesn't, how the map generates as you go. So you can kind of, it changes a little bit, it changes, but you can kind of make plans of where you want you to take your ships and stuff like that. So there's some planning time, I would say, but I didn't think it was too bad. It was just 4 of us taking a whole day to play a game. We were like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
I feel like I want it, but I feel like nobody in my group would actually play this game with me. I really do feel that.
I know for me, one thing that I would be down to try this game, but I'm not really interested in Star Trek.
Hmm.
And how much do you need to be into Star Trek to enjoy this game, you think, or appreciate it?
I think that helps a little bit because, like I said, every alien has their own kind of. I guess if you understand that Klingons are a warrior race and Ferengis are all about gaining income. I mean, otherwise it just kind of feels like a space game. I mean, you're still going from planet to planet. You're exploring, different things that can pop up. Hazards that pop up. There's an expansion for it with the Borg, so there's like a ticking clock of like these aliens that want to simulate you and become part of their their race.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there's a lot of, there's the base game's good, but there's so much more you can get for it too.
Dope.
Very cool.
All right. So that was our top 5 games with aliens in them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching and or listening. And Panik, where can people find you?
I'm Panik Games most places, so Instagram, Twitter. The only place I'm not Panik Games is on Twitch, which I am Panik Games with a Z. Otherwise, it's with an S everywhere else. But yeah, we do a lot of board game streaming, video game streaming, that kind of stuff. So come on over and take a look.
Yeah, it's a
Heck
lot of fun.
yes.
Very chill. I love it. I love watching their
Yeah.
Twitch stuff. You could also find us on all kinds of social media at This Is Room 51, and we have our Twitch channel at Room 51 Live. But until next time, this has been Room 51.